Hi there, Lloyd Machedo. Speaking from LloydMachedo.com, who's Lloyd Machedo, and Think Personal Branding. Today, the date is May 28th, 2017. Time right now is 5 in the evening. Now, first and foremost, I'd like to wish all my Muslim friends, Ramadan Kareem. It is their holy month where they are fasting and where they, they kind of like repent and they kind of get close to God. For those of you who do not know, during the holy month of Ramadan, which is 30 days or 40 days, they are absolutely fasting. They indulge more in prayer, doing good for the poor, and being a better Muslim. Okay, just so that you know, I spent 36, close to 36, 37 years in the Middle East, so I know how Ramadan operates. However, these are my questions that I have for few of my Arab Muslim friends. It's not a criticism, but rather it is more questions related to Ramadan. And I would invite you to, engage in a healthy discussion and tell me what do you think about these questions that I have with regards to Ramadan. Okay, first and foremost is in all the Muslim countries, in all the Arab Muslim countries, when you're fasting, when it's a holy month of Ramadan, that time they shut down all the shops and everywhere else, and they kind of make it like mandatory that you should not be eating or drinking outside in respect for other people. Now, here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. This is just my point of view. What do you really call fasting? You really call something fasting whereby you are observing a fast, you're controlling yourself, and you allow other people to live the way they like. You're not imposing your rules and regulations on him. Now, what I personally feel is, if you really want to call it fasting, make it free for other people to live the way they like. Let them eat and drink and do whatever they like. And then when you practice a fast, that is actually fast. That is actually called self-control. For example, if I am going on, if I want to show people I'm disciplined, and I'm controlling, and other people are eating, and I'm controlling myself, fine, that is wow. But when you have something like, I'm fasting, you also fast, everyone fasts, and if I catch you even having gum or smoking, or even drinking a sip of water, I'm going to call the police and put you in jail. I don't think that's, that's a right thing to do. But, that's my first point. So, what do you think? By forcing other people to observe your kind of fast, is that right? I personally think no, it's not, but then again, I'm interested to listen to your views. The second thing, okay, this is a very common phenomenon that I've seen with some of the people I know, not all, please keep in mind, not all. The majority of Muslims who I know are good people. I've always been lucky to have good people who are my friends. Most of my really good friends have been Muslims, and I can tell you without a doubt, the real Muslims, they're nice people. Okay, they're not what you see on TV, I'm going to kill you, and all that stupid shit and blowing up. No, the majority of Muslims are good people. I have been fortunate enough to stay in a Muslim country for 37 years, so they're good. But then you have these other people who, for 40 days or for 30 days, they're very good, they'll pray, they'll do good. But for the rest of the 360, 330 days, they do all the rubbish possible. They drink, they smoke, they do all the other stuff. Like, for example, there was this juice shop that was below my building. Only during the month of Ramadan, only during the holy month of Ramadan, he would give free juice to people who could not afford, one or two people or the cleaners. But once Ramadan got over, he would never give them anything, not even a glass of water. When I asked him, like, why do you do it? No, he would say, listen, I can't do it always. I can only do it in month of Ramadan because I want God's blessing. If I keep doing it every time, then my business will go bankrupt. I don't know. It's like I'm being a nice guy to my children. Let's say I'm a father. I'm being nice to my children for 30 days, 1 month in 12 months, and for the rest of 11 months, I'm abusing them. So is that good? I personally, I don't think that's a good thing. But then again, I would like to know your views. Okay. The third one. Now this one is a biggie. Okay, this one is biggie, and it's even followed in UAE, and I know most of the Arab countries. In the UAE, it's a little less because UAE is one of the best places in the Middle East. But most other countries, it's worst, especially in Saudi. That's what I've heard. Arab Muslims, when they're working with non-Arab Muslims or non-Muslims, the Arab Muslims are allowed to go home early. They're allowed to come late and they're allowed to go early. Especially companies like Emirates Airlines, Etihad Airways. I know because I have friends over there. I have friends who work there. It's like they can come late and they can go home early, and the management tells them, yeah, because they are fasting. And the non-Muslims have to actually work harder and do their job and go home later because these guys are fasting. So is that right? I personally feel that is really wrong. I mean, if you're fasting, you should do work normal. I know so many of my mentors who are Muslims, like my mentor Muhammad Murad, amazing human being, absolutely amazing Muslim. He's one of, I would say, he's like, he should be the poster boy of all Muslims. Even if it's the holy month of Ramadan, even if it's not Ramadan, he works 12 hours and that's what he does. And he'll never, impose himself on anyone. Great human being. But here's the thing, the majority of the other people in these government organizations, why is it that they have these special privileges? You can go home early, but you're a non-Muslim or you're not an Arab. I feel that is racism and that is discriminatory, and I don't think that is right. So, I would like your views on point number 3, where, they're allowed to go home early. Point number 4 is, now this one is kind of stupid. I meet these guys who, during the holy month of Ramadan, they are fasting, they show a holy face, they're reading the holy book, fine, everything. The minute it's over, finish. Put the book aside, put the praying aside, do all the rubbish stuff. In fact, many of them are waiting for Ramadan to get over, so they go to Thailand or they go to Philippines or they go to different countries, Russia or whatever, and then they go enjoy, party and blow off all the money and have sex and all that crazy stuff. So, I mean, what are you doing? What are you trying to do? Suffocate yourself and then explode all of a sudden? So, is this smart? And last but not the least, I think this is the major bone that I feel, a bone of contention. In all these holy religious channels, they show people who are Christians, Hindus and all that, and people are prisoners, and they try to convert them by giving them their holy book. You're supposed to say that saying la ilaha illallah, something, I'm sorry, some saying that you have. If you repeat that by saying Allah is a true God or whatever, then you convert. Now, I don't mind anyone converting. Personally, it's a free country. You can convert anyone you like. I encourage it with your free life. But the point I'm trying to make is, what is so great when you're asking someone to betray his own religion, his own thinking, his own lifestyle, and convincing him to join this? Okay, you betray this camp, join this camp, and you'll go to our special heaven, okay? I mean, come on, man. It's like you believe, like, for example, Hindus believe their book is the right book. Their book has the right. Muslims believe, no, their book is the right book. It's their quotations that is true. Christians believe their book is the right book. Their quotations. So every camp believes only in their religion. So, I mean, what is this? I just feel this is a very narrow-minded way of thinking. It's like you become a Muslim, you are a good guy. You're not a Muslim, you're not a good guy. You're not going to enter our special heaven, Muslim heaven, with, all that stuff. And some of these guys keep telling me, if you convert, you'll get 72 virgins. Come on, man, 72. Are you still in, prehistoric era? 72 virgins. What? It's a vagina fest? What? For sex? Oh, it's land of milk and honey. Come on, grow up. There's no winged horse and there's no all that stuff. So I just feel the focus should be more on being a good human being rather than converting to this group or that group. You can change political parties, you can change religious parties. You're still the same guy. I just feel you need to look at everyone as a human being and treat everyone with love and respect and make this world a better place. And that is where the actual difference is made. See, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Islam is bad. No, Islam is a way of life. It's not I don't even call it religion. It's a way of life. And if you don't take it literally, like, because the translation was done during the, the wars and all that stuff. You don't have to marry 4 times. You're not going to get 72 virgins. All that stuff ain't going to happen. If you do believe in a God, fine. You do good to human beings. You be a good person. You don't need to kill a dog or harm a dog and say dog is evil or pork is bad. No, it's just crap. You treat human beings as equal. Okay, fine. You don't want to eat pork. You don't want to touch a dog, but don't do bad to others. I personally, I've known so many Muslims who have been really good to me, really nice human beings. I've had the honor and privilege of being friends with quite a number of Muslims. In fact, you check my Facebook, I'm friends with a lot of Muslim guys. In fact, here I met a Muslim guy. At the same time, I've had bad experiences. So it's good and bad. The bad has been a few, but they have been really bad. The good has been many, and they have been nice. So, these are my opinions about Ramadan. I really think Ramadan is a beautiful month because it really gives you a little bit of soul searching. It deprives your body of pleasure. It disciplines you, makes you a better human being. I wish Christians would follow more of that. They should have fasting, even though the season of Lent, nobody observes it. I'm an atheist, but yeah, Ramadan is a good month where people actually observe. But then there are so many others who play around and just bullshit, which I think is absolute nonsense. And please, if you're really talking about having a spiritual month during Ramadan, I think Ramadan should continue for the rest of the year, not just for those 30 days or 40 days. I think it should continue every time. And you should not think of being good only for 1 month in 12 months. I think you should be good and carry it. And there should be a process whereby you can be good to all human beings and not differentiate someone as shaitan or jinn, as they call me. They call me the devil because of all these tattoos. And guys, remember this. Just because someone ain't a Muslim or he's not converting doesn't mean he's a bad guy. It doesn't mean you're going to go to a special heaven. This is all bullshit, End of the day, everyone's equal. And I think if we can love each other as human beings, I think that itself is the greatest religion in the world. So anyway, to my Muslim friends, wish you Ramadan Kareem, and it's a tough process of fasting, but eventually it gets easier. Most of them go to the gym and do all their stuff. And yeah, it keeps you fit, it keeps your body, mind healthy. And I admire and respect those people who really take the holy month of Ramadan seriously. And I wish you guys a wonderful Ramadan Kareem. And yeah, do let me know your views. Love to hear from you. Don't take this as a personal attack. This is just me sharing my views and opinions. And I'd love to hear from you. What do you think? Okay, bye from Machedo.com, saying goodbye for now. Think personal branding and who's like Machedo. Okay, so take care.